Hello, good morning, everyone. Here I am again. I am Melissa Aidukas, Melissa Tabao Aidukas. I am the founder of My Coffee Connect, and I would love to introduce to you one of my attendees in My Coffee Connect. Please welcome Susan Becker.
Hi, everyone.
Susan, can you tell us why and how did you start your business?
Well, again, good morning, everyone. And I just want to say thank you so much, Melissa. I can't say enough about Melissa. She has done so much for the community. She's been a blessing to everybody, connecting hundreds of people, especially during this time of need. When everybody's trying to reach out, and she was there for us to help us. I've known Melissa now for, oh gosh, over 10 years.
Yes.
And she's got such a big heart, and I really can't say enough about her. So thank you for even having me here today. I'm very grateful. So Jersey and Custom Apparel, so excited again to be on today. Custom Ink Jersey Apparel is a screen printing shop that I started back in 2006. So a little bit about my story. I am originally a Jersey girl, so that is where the name Jersey Ink has come from. And we have, we love what we do. And I have 3 children. They're now all in their early 30s, late 20s. And they were all in sports, events, cheerleading, dance, and all these sports. And I was always buying t-shirts, a lot of t-shirts. And even back then, 30 years ago, 25 years ago, they were not cheap. So my husband and I were at a landscaping home show in New Jersey, and I came across a booth, and the gentleman had a machine that was actually printing t-shirts on the spot. So I'm like, this is very interesting. So we watched, and we ended up going to find out more about it that evening in a hotel room. They bring you in, and they showed you, how to get started, what we had to do to get started. I'm like, I told my husband, always being an entrepreneur, I'm like, this is amazing. I'm like, I don't have to buy t-shirts anymore. I originally wanted to start out and make t-shirts for the kids. So we got the equipment. I had to make a commitment. We flew out to, believe it or not, Idaho for training, got all the equipment, brought it back. And like so many business owners, we started actually in our basement. Wow. And I'll never forget my first order. I knew so many people through all the networking with the children, with all their everything they were involved in. And what happened was, my first order, if you can imagine, $3,000. I'm like, wow. Like, this is great. And everybody knew
that.
What's that?
How many t-shirts is that?
Oh gosh, I don't even know back then.
3,000. Okay. And
$3,000. I don't know what I was selling them for. Maybe $5 a t-shirt or something like that. $10. So I'm like, I got this. So people slowly were just connecting with me, and they'd rather there wasn't, even though I was in a big town, Wayne, New Jersey, where we raised our children, it's a big town with 2 high schools. And yes, there was not a lot going on in the screen print world back then at all. There was like one shop that had most of the business, and I hate to say, people were not happy with them. Yeah. So everybody started coming to me, and it just took off. So I had the kids helping me, I was having, it just took off. And then my world came crashing down because we had made a decision to move to Pennsylvania.
Yeah. What made business? Why?
So we had some buildings. My husband worked on Broadway his whole life and had smartly invested in some properties in New Jersey. and we sold the buildings, and we were looking for in a 2-hour radius to actually invest in more property. And at the time, New York, New Jersey was too expensive.
Yes.
So we ended up in Reading, Pennsylvania. We got a deal with 3 apartment buildings. It was really challenging. It was really, really hard because I had 2 of the kids were in 11th and 12th grade, Dan and Christina.
How old are they? 11 and
They were
12?
teenagers. No, 11th and 12th grade, seniors in high school, senior and junior in high school.
Oh.
So they, were 17 and 18.
Yes.
And it was really difficult because we were going to be putting the house up for sale, but I, as a mom, didn't want to pull the kids out of school. They were too involved. They were there their whole life. I'm not going to pull the kids out of school in 11th and 12th grade. It's like crazy. So I actually stayed back. Bruce went out to Pennsylvania to run the buildings. Meantime, I'm trying to sell the house, manage 3 children. I had this really cool business going on. It was stressful times. It was really, really difficult. And for anybody that starts anything or is going through hard times, I hate to say this old saying, but everybody stole this from my mom. This too shall pass. So you just push through it. You power through it. You do what you got to do. So I had all this stuff going on. It was a really low point for me because it was a struggle. I was like a single mom all of a sudden with these 3 children and all this responsibility and trying to sell the house. So I kept the t-shirt business going. Crazy stuff. I don't want to go way off on this, but on top of it, one of our buildings in Pennsylvania had a daycare. So we won't go into that. That's another conversation. But I took over a daycare with another story, another time. But
wow,
2 hours back and forth to New Jersey, having the kids, doing the t-shirt business, which was blowing up, and also running a daycare now that I knew nothing about. So had good staff there in place. My husband begged me to take it over. It was in one of our buildings. Took that over. So it was the hardest time in my entire life. So it wasn't a year and a half later we moved. Both the kids were out of high school. I had Brittany was just coming out of 8th grade. So we spent a year looking for a home in the right neighborhood to come to Pennsylvania. Meantime, Bruce is living in Pennsylvania for a year and a half. Came out here, settled in, and then I started doing the t-shirt. I don't want to get too far off track. Started doing the t-shirts in the basement of one of our buildings. So had to focus more on the daycare for a little bit and doing very little with Jersey Inc. Didn't know anybody, was miserable for a year in Pennsylvania, not knowing anybody, hated it. It was horrible. So an opportunity came up in one of our other buildings, commercial space, about 2,000 square feet. And I begged my husband, I'm like, I'm really passionate about Jersey Inc. I want to put Jersey Inc. in that space. He's like, no, I'm going to rent it out. It's better. Focus on the daycare. No, I really want to do the t-shirts. So I made it happen because I was tenacious and
yay, women.
And so now here I have Jersey Inc. going on in the shop. Managed to get my daughter, actually my daughter Christina was amazing. She was like a salesperson and was selling to everybody up in Kutztown. So my t-shirts ended up being in Kutztown, Exeter, all these towns. We just started finally connecting. Things were happening. Meantime, running the daycare for 7 years. I finally sold it. It wasn't my passion. It was doing really well. We took it from a failing business to filling it up, full staff again and everything. It was a nightmare when I took it over. Some of the staff were loyal and stayed. Finally sold that and got to do Jersey Inc. full time. My love and my passion.
Yeah.
So here I am, 14 years later, doing it over at Jersey Inc. at this one location, had another opportunity to expand. So we had bought another building. Now we're in a space that's 5,000 square feet. And we finally got another dream of mine, automatic press, which has been really exciting. Took us to a whole nother level. Been networking, connecting, and we're just growing. Even through COVID, we're working with everybody and doing the best we can in this situation, and we're surviving, and we're doing okay.
Oh my God, your stories probably trained you to be ready for this COVID. Like, how are you affected with COVID with your business?
So we were blessed to be doing work for essential companies. And my son Dan, who is the artist, and he's super talented at the shop. And since we own the building, we were able to work. We had to do this other work. And my mind already was switching gears. Well, everything came to a screeching halt. I'll never forget it. March 19th, I had already been talking to my staff since the beginning of March and told everybody, look, I'm sorry, I can't control this. We'll probably have to shut down. So I had actually had weeks to plan to tell my staff that we were going to, have to probably let everybody go temporarily. We don't know how long it's going to last. But Dan and I had gone in because he's living at home and we were allowed. So, and we had some things that we had to do. So we did that. And I was thinking outside the box at that point because that's what I've been learned to do. And in the very beginning, well, not in the beginning of COVID, but in March when people were starting to see what's going on, I thought, how can I reach out and help the community? So right away, we saved a domain name, communitypandemicsupport.com. We created. So what we did at that point was we reached out to all our clients, and we have a lot, and saw who we can help because we knew people that owned restaurants. The schools were all shutting down. All these businesses that were our clients and our life, for our business, we're seeing all this falling apart for them. And we said, how can we give back? So what we did is we made a shirt. We focused on Berks County to help our, immediate area to give back, and create a t-shirt. We sold them for $20 online. And when you check out, you can actually check off the business that you want. We donated $10 for every t-shirt. So that was successful. We raised thousands of dollars for some of these businesses, whether it was
amazing
$100 or more, it was something to give back, to help all the people that have helped us all these years. Do you know what I mean? Something. Might be a little something, but it was something. And then right away, I looked into masks right away. We were some of the earlier ones that actually screen printed on masks. We're still doing that now. That's been a lot of business where we actually screen print on the masks.
Do you have samples with you? No?
I don't.
It's okay. It's okay.
Go to our website, jerseyinc.net.
Oh, you can see it there.
I came home to do this, so there was no interruptions. Couldn't do it at the shop where I had all the samples, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, just go to jerseyinc.net. We're doing all kinds of deals with masks. We are also working with schools, going to be working with schools. We finally got hold of some really good children's masks that we have access to, so we're going to be doing that. So yeah, you have to, when you own a business, if you don't pivot,
yes,
you're not going to make it.
Yes.
And just as a business owner, most business owners or entrepreneur are sharp and smart, resilient, because you have to fail. No matter what you do, if you don't fail, you're not growing.
Yes.
So you have to, when that happens, you have to just stop and think for a minute, you can either be negative or positive through this whole situation. And we chose to be positive, because if you're negative and you're listening to all the news and taking it all in, you're not going to be able to think, well, what can I really do to like turn this around? And I know some people that are really struggling, but on the other hand, I have this huge, network of people that they're all actually doing okay. They're busy. They're surviving,
Yes.
You
Yes.
can't let the environment control you. You
Yes.
have to control you and your environment around you, and just figure it out and make it happen. So some important things I wanted to say about our business also right now, because of the changing times, we can help so many more people, because what we discover now is the ability to do web stores. So
Yes.
we were always doing web stores. We were always doing web stores for schools, spirit wares, some organizations, one or two big businesses we did some web stores for. But now it's like, you can do a web store with us,
Mm-hmm.
just guaranteeing at least about 50 shirts that you're going to sell, which is nothing, as long as you're promoting it. We don't do the promotion part of it, but if you have followers on Instagram or Facebook or anything, and you're a business, whether you're a restaurant, or just another entrepreneur that needs some kind of funnel or channel to use, you can use us, because it really doesn't cost anything to get started. So you don't have to buy and invest thousands of dollars up front to get t-shirts. So we've gotten really, really good at doing web stores. It's been incredible. We've been helping. There's so many people making money right now through all this. They came up with some really cool sayings. I'm going to give some shout outs. I'm happy you're alive. Built by God was one.
Nice.
My goodness.
Aspiring
Another
word.
one, love is love. So these are all out there, and these guys and gals are promoting it all over the place. So they have, it's almost residual income for them, which is what we have with our properties, where you do something one time, you're setting up your web store one time with us. We help you through the design process and everything, figure out the shirts, the colors, and so on. And the money keeps coming. We set you up. We do all the back end stuff. So that's been huge. So any business, large or small, that wants to do that with us, I would highly recommend that.
Yes.
And we fulfill. So what we do, Melissa, is we fold the shirts. We get all the information from the website, from the web store, and we're able to fulfill the shirts, and we ship them out directly to your customers. There's nothing you have to do at that point. We cut you a check every, whatever we set up with you, every 2 weeks or whatever we have agreed with you, and you get a check, and that's it. It's really quite incredible. So anybody that has any great ideas and has some kind of following or knows how to market a little bit, I would totally give us a call and get on that one.
Yeah, I think this is great way for if you are doing branding, if you are if you have a slogan, if you have something that you want to put out for your businesses, like masks and t-shirts. That's the best thing to do.
Oh yeah, it's been awesome. But I have to say, you cannot have a great business. You might be a business of one right now, that's okay, but so this still pertains to you. You might be the team right now, but you have to surround yourself with the like-minded people for your team and create a vision for your team, but you need everybody to be on the same page. I can't do what I'm doing without the people that I surround myself with. And that's they're everything. The team is everything in your business that helps you be successful. I can go off into, marketing and sales and that type of thing, but clients are everything to us. Look, we're family owned. We're not a big corporation. We really do care about what we're doing for you. We do crazy things. We'll meet up with you. We'll get it to you. We'll, if you need a rush sometimes, we'll do that for you. But we truly love our clients, our customers, and that's really what it's all about. I think people are tired of just ordering stuff online. T-shirts are creative. We do these all in-house. We do have the ability to also get you embroidery. We do custom names and numbers. We do picture T-shirts. You have to have a certain amount for that.
Yeah,
we do all of that in-house except for embroidery right now. But we
I have some samples of what you did. I have my bags, and I have like sponsors at the back, so you can do that for a swag giveaway. So of course I have pink, but I have black too. See, I love it, and they're very, very like having a business with Susan is not just you're just business, like we're friends, like they treat you as as a customer and a friend. So it's not just money. It's building relationship with the customer. It's the one I like with Jersey Inc. Yay. I love Dan, who is always like very helpful with the things I want with the logo, because the one time I just draw, I want these stilettos, I don't know how to draw, but please, and he made it really, really possible for my Stilatitude style networking. And Christina is very helpful. Oh my God, she is awesome, very helpful. And I'm glad she's doing her own business now. That's good.
Randy.
And so Susan was very helpful to me from the very beginning. She was the first one who is one of my first batch of my members of Women in Business Social Networking. So it's really good to have you as a friend and a networking friend.
Oh, that means a lot. Thank you. So it's just about knowing what your clients' needs are, putting yourself aside, and really digging and seeing, it's not just a T-shirt. It's you're representing maybe a family reunion, a school, a church, an organization, and we guide people. Sometimes getting T-shirts for an event or something is stressful, so we want to take that stress away from you. Dan's amazing. Dan's my son. He's been the artist now for 6-7 years. Christina, of course, has been absolutely amazing, doing everything from marketing to sales to, helping grow the business. Both of them have been amazing. But they're just part of the team. I have others that are they're just awesome. And, but it's just knowing your customer, what they want, their needs, and helping them. And T-shirts are awesome.
Yes.
Everybody needs stuff.
Yes.
Everybody needs T-shirts. Oh, very important too. We do promotional products, so we'd be happy to always help you do promotional products also. Anything from keychains to pens to crazy stuff, socks, bags. Actually, we do print bags and many things in-house. If it's something we can put up on the press, we'll do that also. But we just really care about what we do, because you know what, shirts mean a lot to people. You're representing a company or a brand or something, and you want to make sure it's right, and you always got to back it up and stand behind it, and just do the right thing for your customers.
Yeah, and the good thing about Jersey Inc., they're not contractor. They're not getting orders and getting stuff. They do it in their own office. What do you call it? Office or showroom? Like
Shop. We just called the shop.
yeah, he has the ultimate machine that what 20 t-shirts all at the time at the same time. 20 how
No,
do you
hundreds an hour we can do when we have
hundreds an hour? Yeah,
hundreds. Yeah.
he has the machine like doing it in the house in their shop, so they're not contractor like getting orders and get it somewhere else. They are the ones really doing it, and best of all, it's a family owner and local.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We
are you
just try to give back when we can. We do some sponsorships and things, and we do a lot of nonprofits. So we
yeah.
try to give extra, give back to those organizations, just about everybody. We've been blessed to do work for the nonprofits, colleges, good referrals for us are, oh gosh,
Yeah.
schools, businesses,
How
nonprofits.
Yeah, but
You know,
because my business is now doing global. Is your company can do global? Like, do you have
yes,
any orders from
we've
different
shipped to Australia, London,
Wow.
England. Yeah, so that's part of the fulfillment. A lot of stuff up to Canada. So that's part of the fulfillment that we do. We ship to all over the country. Obviously, our partner focuses here locally with, all the businesses in our area. But yeah, it's just knowing what your client wants, building that rapport, and over deliver when you can.
Yes.
It's a little hard with COVID right now because the shirts are a little. When the supplier to us is a little backed up or the
Yes.
warehouses are struggling and things, but it all works out. So
But how about the shipping? Is there any problem with shipping internationally, or is there a problem?
no, I mean we don't do that much international right now.
Mhm.
Hopefully more in the future, but no, it's just sending it regular postal service for the most part.
Okay.
Those are the fulfillment orders right now. We've shipped some big orders over to Germany, but that was before COVID. So yeah, we can't. That's the only thing. There's some things we just can't control. We can control
Yes.
quality, time, and everything, but we cannot always control the UPS
Yes.
or the post office. We're not in Amazon, even though Amazon is struggling right now because I know some of their stuff is taking long to get out. But the art process takes a little time. It takes a few days to get a mock-up. We have a process. We have an amazing, besides our team and our culture we have at the shop, we have a great system that processing orders. We don't do anything unless you get 100% approval.
Yeah.
Dan's fantastic. If we have overflow, we have other artists we work with when we're real busy. But yeah, just thinking outside the box, caring about your clients, just knowing what they really need, and just loving what you do. You have to have a passion for
Yes.
what you do. If
And
you don't have a passion, you're not going to make it.
yeah.
You can't just say, oh, you have to have passion.
Yeah. You are a very successful woman and very well, experienced. Can you give us some tips on how to achieve being successful, and what is successful means to you?
I'll tell you what it starts with your why.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. You have to know why you want to do something. Why you're doing it. Why did you start that restaurant? Why did you start that? Thinking of ice cream right now. Ice cream shop. Because I'm on a cleanse right now, and I'm thinking about ice cream. All these millions of businesses, they originally started out with a why, And if you're working for somebody else right now, that's okay. But if you ever want to break away and do your own business, just do it. It's crazy. I'm just going to share this. I was in a seminar for 4 days with somebody really famous. And so my heart's pretty full right now. I learned so much. I'd love to share more with everybody, but we're going to run out of time. And your why, and just never giving up. Don't let any negative friends or family or people tell you you can't do something,
Yes.
I mean, that fires me up more. I've been always blessed with people that have always supported me along the way, but there's many people that struggle. You know, you grew up really poor and like, oh, you know, it's all in here. Everybody, it's your mindset. It's all about your mind, connecting your mind, you know, with your heart. That's it in a nutshell, really, and knowing your why. And just never giving up, never stop. Don't take no for an answer. I'm sure some of you have heard this. Disney got turned down like 130 times. I got to listen to Sylvester Stallone this weekend and all these celebrities and successful people, and we heard all their stories. And all of them like grew up really, really, really poor in broken homes and everything. And don't let any of that stop you. Just dig deep and just do it. But you've got to be passionate about what it is you want to do, or it's not going to work.
That is good. So basically, we know your story and your company now. So, what are the three good referrals for you?
Right now, I would say just anybody in general, if you have a really great idea or some good art and you have some kind of following or a way that you think you can market this, setting up web stores right now. We have just individuals right now coming to us that just came up with some simple things and are blowing it out of the water. Actually, masks right now. We do have access to children's masks, and we can do the small 2-ounce bottles. We also have the ability in shop to do stickers and decals. So we do a lot of stickers. So we have any of the schools or anybody, all the businesses need masks right now. So we've been getting a lot of calls for masks. So pretty much everybody, because we all have to wear them. And I really love working with nonprofits. If you know any nonprofits that can use some help or support right now, we'll even do a web store for a nonprofit as long as they put it out there. So yeah, I think that's 3 key areas right now.
That's very good. So, what can you give us one good tip from your company to help others to grow?
Surround yourself with a really awesome team. You are not going to make it with your business unless you have a great team that believes in you and your product and what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's that simple. And don't be afraid to let people go if they're not working out. Let people, So
I had an awesome time knowing you more. With our conversation, I was able to get to know you more, and I didn't know the real story of your why. It's so amazing with your why. Like, it's a lot of work for being a parent. Like, you are a single mom for that time, and then you're building your business, and your kids have sports. Oh my God, that's a lot of effort to do.
And no husband for a year and a half, and going back and forth to Pennsylvania and New Jersey like twice a week, and starting another business I knew nothing about. It was crazy time. So everybody has their struggles.
Yeah, for me, it just prepared you for something bigger. So that is why you are very successful right now because of that experience. So I'm very, very grateful and honored to meet you. It's really, really like I've learned a lot with our conversation. I've learned a lot. And like I said, my husband doesn't want me to say this, but I was they're my bitches, honey. Because I've been telling my friends that you can be my bitch because you have to tell me I don't want to be sugar coated. She never sugar coated me. Like she has to tell me what, because I really want to grow. That's why I'm telling my friends to tell me. So thank you for being like that, being a friend to me.
Thank you. You've been awesome. You've been a big part of my life. Just thank you so much.
Yes. We had a very awesome, and definitely I will connect with you with a t-shirt. After this, we're going to talk about it. And thank you so much for being an awesome today and such an inspiration for the businesses. I hope you do had a great and awesome listening to our. Do you have a coffee cup so we can have a sabor and sip,
Oh
share a
no, wait.
glass?
I don't have my coffee cup. I have water.
Yeah, I have water too. Let's drink to this awesome
Cheers.
conversation.
Oh, wait, cheers that way.
Yes, thank you so much. And my next guest for tomorrow is awesome Stephanie Hess. So, coffee and conversation with Stephanie Hess for those people who would like to, who needs a coach. This is the time you can watch her and see how she can help you. Thank you so much, Susan. And thank you, viewers. Thank you for watching us and hope you had a great time. And if you want to connect with Susan, where they can connect with you, Susan?
JerseyInc.net. Make sure ink is INK. It's up on the screen right now. You can email us at orders@jerseyinc.net or connect with me directly, Susan@jerseyinc.net.
And then where they can call you, what is your store hours?
Right now we are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, if you want a special appointment, call ahead. Our phone number at the shop is 610-378-7844.
Yeah. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a mask with your logo on the side, whatever you want to do, the mask, t-shirts, Jersey Inc. Susan Becker is the one, and she is local. She is from Reading, Pennsylvania. So you can definitely connect with her.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching us, and have a great day. And see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.